What up? This is Robert Horry.
Horry, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
I know what's going on. It's called the Shoot Around. 111 of these little jokers we've done, our little Friday bonus show. Thank you guys for hanging out with us again this week. We are all feverishly working on our playoff predictions for next week's show. For the Tuesday show that will drop on Tuesday the 21st. We will have all of our, who we think are going to make the playoffs, who our play-in teams are, and we are going to get to a question coming up here from Davis in this show. And you know what? Screw it. We're going to start with Davis's question in this week's show. I want to know who your sleeper teams are going into the season. Now, I'm going to read you Davis's comments unedited because I feel that they're warranted. Now, I'm going to tell you his question is about who is your sleeper team. Davis, we love you, buddy. Right now, my sleeper team is the Mavericks. What?
Does he know the definition of sleeper?
Yes, exactly. I know it's hard to call them a sleeper, but Cooper looks really good, and AD looks healthy. I think people are selling them short because of no Kyrie. That was his comment. And Davis, I love you. Thank you for listening to these shows.
Absolutely.
Yes,
What are you smoking to think the Mavericks are going to be a sleeper team in anybody's world, bro?
As the old people would say, that baby a little touched.
No.
Just
Poor Davis. Yeah,
Poor
no,
Davis.
dude, they're not a sleeper team. I think you're a pretty solid playoff contender if you're the Dallas Mavericks. Now,
you know what will be considered a sleeper team?
Who's
the
that?
Pelicans.
Thank you. Why are you bringing up old shit?
Just an example.
No, but and that's something else that popped up this week in my feed was everybody's hyping Zion being healthy again, and I'm like, it's so hard for me to buy into that. To go, oh, I'm gonna lay some time on the Pelicans here. I have no faith in him to stay healthy.
Yeah.
So I
My
can't
sleeper
ever.
team is the Warriors.
Okay, Davis.
Again, what do we do? Yeah, sure. Okay, great. Yeah. Sleeping as in they're too old to need to be woken up? Is that why?
Well,
they're your
everybody,
sleepers?
yeah, because when you're that age, you like nap time.
Yeah, somebody got to wake Al Horford's ass up, get him out on the floor.
You got
And I
to wake
love Al.
everybody up.
I love it.
But you know what's funny? It's like there's no team in the East of like, oh, the Raptors are my sleeper team. Like when you think of sleeper team, a team that you don't expect to be in the playoffs is with my sleeper team is I think I'm gonna roll with I hate to say this. Sacramento.
Sacramento. Okay.
Sacramento.
I don't think that's a bad pick.
Yeah. Because I think
I
last
got to write
year
these
without,
down, though, so we can make fun of each other.
without
later.
Keegan, I think, Keegan he had an awful season last year. They had a lot of big trades, and I love that team, man. I just think I think that's gonna be the sleeper team.
And we're talking about these are teams to actually get in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not a play-in team. So somebody that will qualify for the playoffs.
Out in the East, I'm taking the Hawks.
Okay.
That's not a sleeper team
Why isn't it?
because you got two teams that have their best players either hurt or traded, so that kind of catapults them up. But I'll take that. You can go with the Hawks.
Rob, the Hawks have been in the play-in for the last 4 seasons. They've revamped their team to look to be one of the top 6 teams in the East.
I'll give you that. I thought a sleeper team was someone who didn't even make the play-in.
I mean, well, I guess we now have to we now have to define even more about what a sleeper team is.
I take that. All right. I take that. I think I think one of the sleeper teams for me is going to be the Heat out of the East.
Okay.
Oh, a play-in team from last year.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, and that's the thing.
I started to say the Sixers just to be fucking with
No,
everybody.
get out of here. Shut up. I don't take you seriously. See, mine was, but see, the thing is, my sleeper team was a playoff team last year, though, because I don't think there's been a lot of hype on them. I was leaning toward the Magic. I think the Magic can make some noise this year, and I don't think a lot of people are necessarily focused on Orlando. I know Paolo is special. He's a great player, but I don't hear a ton of hype around the Magic right now. Yeah. And I think the Magic could make some noise.
What'd you think about the Hornets?
What do you mean? What I think about them?
They haven't been healthy. You think they'll, make some noise in the East? I
Oh,
said
well.
make some noise. I ain't said be a sleeper team.
Let's see the Hornets. They're in Charlotte. They play in the Spectrum Center.
Aside from that,
Michael Jordan used to own the team. That's about it.
and beyond that, that's all you got.
That's all, folks.
All right.
There's rumors floating around the league whether LaMelo Ball is going to stay, if they're going to trade him or not at some point.
He's a great player, but to me, he reminds me of white chocolate. You're gonna always be this
Jason Williams.
Yeah, this fancy player, but you ain't gonna win shit with that fancy shit, because when it comes down to the end, you need someone who can play defense, grind it out. He's a great showman, but I just don't think he can win you a game when he need to, because he got too much razzle dazzle in him.
Okay. I like the Razzle Dazzle.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why he put the
I don't know
emphasis
why we're
on
doing that. But all right.
It's from Stripes. I was thinking of Stripes when I said that.
I like
okay.
dude, I like a Stripes reference. I'll take that.
Okay.
All right, question from Tom. How do you guys feel if the NBA decides not to punish the Clippers in the wake of the Kawhi scandal? I ask because there's a lot of circumstantial evidence, but there is no real smoking gun. I just watched the episode of Mark Cuban on with Pablo Torre, which, by the way, is a good watch. That, and I don't know if Adam wants to upset Steve, knowing they're going to have the All-Star game in L.A. at the Intuit Dome in February.
Yeah.
So I guess the question here is, if there is no action taken against the Clippers here, are you good with it?
It's not hard to pivot from the Intuit over to
Crypto.
I don't think
it's better for that because there's more stuff to do in that area. But I think if something was going to happen, it would happen by now. So I don't think anything is going to go down.
You don't think anything, and are you okay with it? Was the question though?
I'm okay with it. I don't really care.
Okay, I mean that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I think there's a lot of circumstantial evidence that points toward maybe some. And the thing is, it's hard to point it at cap circumvention. That's the problem. Was there maybe some shady deals behind the scenes with a team sponsor involved? Yeah, probably. But does that warrant a fine or a loss of draft picks? I don't know.
I do think if something was going to happen, something would have happened at least by now, because we're about to tip off the season. Why don't you have a punishment? If there was going to be a punishment, why don't you have one by now?
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're going to say that we're all okay, I guess. Part of me is, though, I didn't really have any expectation for a lot to happen. So that's part of it, too.
I'm the same way. It's nothing that could happen. A big fine. It's not like you're going to take
and that's just it. I don't think it would affect the season unless they were to, I mean, I don't think it's going to be anything monumental. The NBA on NBC returns next week. The long-awaited return of the NBA on NBC, complete with the whole the whole theme song and everything. Is there a nostalgic something in sports that you wish they would bring back? Just something that you're nostalgic for in sports. You're like, man, I wish they would bring that back. It could be a broadcast.
Absolutely.
It could be a show. It could be a rule. I mean, it could be anything.
Absolutely.
What do you want brought back?
NFL Countdown with Chris Berman and is Tom Jackson still with us?
I don't know.
But
I want to say
Berman,
yes, but I don't know what kind of shape he's in.
Chris Berman and Tom Jackson, NFL Countdown. All of them, all of the music.
Yeah, Tom Jackson's 74 years old.
Yeah. I don't know what him and Chris Berman's relationship is like, because I know Chris Berman still does little stuff for ESPN.
He does.
But that NFL Countdown, boy, after all the games were done, I would tune in to NFL Countdown just to see Chris Berman's recap and him and Tom Jackson do their thing.
The fastest 3 minutes or 2 minutes of sports, whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Just Raiders. Just hearing all of his sound effects and just how he did. Yeah, that was nostalgic, boy.
Yeah. Rob, is there anything in sports that you're nostalgic for you wish they would bring back?
Battle of the Superstars.
Battle of the Superstars.
You remember it used to come on. It used to have like.
Are you talking about like Battle of the Network Stars? They used to have the actors compete against each other and shit.
Yeah,
is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
that is going way back. That is for the old folk in the audience. So they would get people that were stars on network television shows when network television was still a thing, and they would compete in like tug of war and you know, like ring toss and all this like random, like it was like carnival games almost.
Yeah.
But
you know, for real though, I really like to see Ahmad Rashad back.
You know what? You stole my thunder. Was that Inside Stuff? Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
The Ahmad Rashad Inside Stuff for the NBA. That was one of my all-time favorite shows to watch when I was a young kid, a big NBA fan. Dude, I used to watch Inside Stuff with Ahmad Rashad all the time.
You know, and the reason I like it because it always highlighted the good things about players, not just the bad things that when they do something.
Yeah.
And I just miss Ahmad Rashad, man. He was like a mainstay of my youth when it came to the NBA, dude.
My thing is with them obviously bringing Jordan back for special stuff. Obviously, he won't be there for every broadcast. You got to bring back Ahmad Rashad for some special stuff, too.
Come on, dude.
You got to.
He's still with us, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's still here.
He's still with us? Yeah, I think they were. Yeah, they did some stuff with him a few years ago, I think, when they were going through all the Zoom stuff. He was doing.
I think NBC, if NBC's going down the nostalgic trail, go all the way down the trail.
Bring back Ahmad.
Yeah.
All right. Question from Mike. Is Rob watching any of the new World's Toughest Test, considering he was on it a few seasons back? Nick Young of the Lakers is on there now. Johnny Manziel, too, and he seems cooked physically. That was from Mike.
He's talking about Johnny Manziel?
Johnny Manziel.
Oh, probably.
I watched the first episode of it. I haven't gotten beyond the first episode. But, yes, Johnny Manziel looks like a shell of what he used to be.
And I can't take Nick Young seriously for nothing. Every time I see Nick Young always like he laughing at something.
First episode they busted his ass for it too because he was giggling at something, and they were like, you don't do that in the word special forces training. Yeah,
I have not watched. I'm in this mode where I just like to let shows pile up and then I watch them all.
Okay,
I'm too.
You're like a binge guy.
Yeah, I'm not in the mode where like, oh, I can't wait till next week I can see this. So I'm waiting. Right now I'm watching Alien.
Oh, the new Alien show?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for that new movie to come out.
Oh, the
Predator.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen the trailer for it, no.
Oh, you got to watch the trailer.
Predator. You know what looks good? And I didn't know how I was going to feel about it. The Ryan Gosling remake. No, it's not Ryan Gosling. It's Glenn Powell. The Running Man. Which back in the 80s probably when they did it with Schwarzenegger, it was a ridiculous concept because he had to like navigate an abandoned city and everyone's trying to kill him. This retake on it is the whole world hunts him for 30 days. And if he gets away, he wins a ridiculous cash prize, but he is being hunted by everybody. And he has to survive basically everywhere for 30 days is the concept of this one. And it looks really good. I've seen two trailers for it now. Look up the trailers for The Running Man. It looks freaking good. It looks like a fun, cool action movie. So
sounds like Twisted Metal.
Yeah, it's got. By the way, I got to finish that, but I started watching Twisted Metal. I watched the first season. I got through like 2 episodes of the second season. I don't know why I fell off it, but I did. But that's a fun show.
Yeah.
Question from Jason. We got 2 more quick things here. I'm going to wrap up the shoot around this week. Do you guys like the blue turf at Boise State?
No.
I hate it. I know they prop it up as a signature of their program, but I think it's a huge distraction, and it's like those NBA Cup courts, which I can't stand either. Rob, could you even play on those things?
No, I the crazy part about the Cup is like you look down, it was just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe they did this. The only court I ever liked when it being outside of the normal court is when they put the NBA trophy life size in the middle of the floor. That's the only thing I like. All these other courts, I'm like, eh.
Okay. What about Boise State's blue turf? Does that bug you at all, or do you think it's cool?
It bugs me, especially when they wear the blue uniforms and on the blue field. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
That's true. I didn't think about that. You're right. Yeah.
That's the ultimate home field advantage.
Yeah. That man has disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen it bother. I can see how I get bothered the players. I don't think it really bothers me because I've seen it for so long. So I'm just so used to it. But I'm looking at it on TV.
I'm just not a huge fan of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know. There's something like about old man traditionalist in me that's like, play on green grass. You know what I mean? I don't know why.
It's either Eastern Washington or Western Kentucky that has red turf.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
That's probably worse than the blue.
Oh, it's got to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Covers up the blood nicely, but yeah.
Ah.
All right. Last topic I'm going to bring up here, and then we're going to wrap up the shoot-around. If you ever have something for the shoot-around, send it our way, please. You can find us all on social media. We're pretty much all over the place. Stephen A. Smith brought this up the other day, talking about Becky Hammond. And we talked about the Aces on the Tuesday show. He said, quote, "If I owned an NBA team, I would not mind giving her a chance as the head coach of my franchise. Since she's been the head coach of the Aces, she's won 3 championships, a Commissioner's Cup championship, WNBA Coach of the Year in 2022. So the question was, do you think a coach like Becky or a women's coach will get a shot as an NBA head coach? And if so, when do you think that happens?"
I'll be honest with you. I think a lot of people will get interviewed, but I don't think they ever get a job.
Okay.
It's not because of what the knowledge between their ears. I just think that men are difficult. And when you get into an NBA locker room, that shrinks the pool to a bunch of arrogant ego guys that's even harder to deal with. And I just don't think, the first thing one is, they're going to say the wrong word to a young lady. They're going to come out of their butt ass. It's just so many things that just don't, let's say if you go back to San Antonio, because that's a different type of franchise. They're more, control, and it's a more respect.
A little more reserved.
Factor. Yes, but I just don't see it, man, because I think about what some of the male coaches have to deal with these arrogant, egotistical guys. I hate to say it because I think Becky Hammond is a great coach. I think she's, she probably know more than a lot of these coaches we have in the NBA right now, but I just don't see it, man.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I think a lot of these guys respect Becky Hammond. I think they respect her basketball acumen, just her knowledge, what she did in her playing days as well. And I won't say that. I think it's an organization thing. I don't think it's a player thing, because I think a lot of the players would, value what she has to say. They would value her as a leader, and obviously depends on what organization we're talking about. I don't know if some of these organizations, as far as leadership, are ready to hire a women's coach. I think a lot of the players could possibly respect her, depending on where she goes. But some of these organizations, I don't know. These owners, I don't know.
I think too that's really the ultimate wild card. Is if you have an NBA owner that wants to try and do something different and make a statement and maybe try to be a little bit more inclusive, then I think she could honestly get a shot. I mean, I think, who was it? Wasn't somebody set an interview Dawn Staley too? Wasn't that a conversation?
Knicks.
Wasn't there a story about that? Was it the Knicks? Yeah. So it was like, I think that there's enough respect for what they do and how they carry themselves and whether or not a team gives them a shot. I'm with you, Harp. I think it's going to be the ownership, really. I don't know. I don't know how much it's going to have to do with the players. Now, could one of them get easily offended by one of these arrogant assholes in a locker room? 100%. So could it go south quickly? Sure, it could. Yeah. Whether or not they get a look, though, I feel like there's going to have to be, it's like a specific owner that just goes, you know what? I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this under the guise of maybe trying to get some eyes on my team or some headlines, and if it works, great, I'm a hero, and if it doesn't, I'm the one guy that gave it a try.
Because we all thought that she was going to take over once Pop, stepped down.
I did.
Well, okay. Well, I think a lot of people in the general
forward-thinking
public,
people thought that was going to happen. Closed-minded people like Rob.
I think a lot of people may have thought that she was going to get, more of the look, because she had been there for so long.
And that was part of the story. That was part of the story there, and for a while in San Antonio. Yeah. So I do think that a women's coach will get a shot. I think really it's a matter of time. How it works out, I have no clue. I think it's just a matter of time.
Also, I think, the way that's going to happen is she's going to have a hell of a staff with her.
Oh, yeah.
Because, it's just so many times that the players don't even talk to the head coaches. They talk to the assistant coaches, and that's what makes a big difference in the leadership.
It's like what the Lakers did when they hired a podcaster. You gotta surround them with good coaching, because otherwise we're going to be doing podcast interviews for the next 6 months.